Hello farmers, welcome to Backyard Farms. Hope you are having a nice time wherever you are, and let's learn together. So I've received a few concerns from a few of you who wants to see the inside of a few of the coops that I use, or the few coops that I visit. Now this one of the few coops that I visit that I have previously shared in this channel. You can see that the coop is being subdivided into the lower floor where we have chickens. We can see there are some chickens there, and we can also see that there is an upper floor. There is an upper floor that's currently not having any chickens. Now you can see that for the lower flock we have a few birds, a number of birds that are being kept into the coop, and we have seen that the farmer has subdivided the coop, the lower coop, into a few sections. Now, as I stated before, that the subdivision helps, that it reduces conflicts between cocks, and it also enables you as a farmer to minimize stuff like fighting between animals, the pecking between animals, and then the spread of diseases between one flock and the other. It helps with that. So the subdivision is basically very important, and you can see that we can use material that's readily available to do subdivision. We can see stuff like a chicken mesh. That's chicken mesh. You can also use a timber. You can also use timber to do the subdivision. We can also use iron sheets for the subdivision. So when it comes to subdivision, you can just use the readily available material, and it will assist us as farmers to make the subdivisions viable for our farms. Now, when it comes to construction of your coop, as stated, it's better that you have when you have your space. It's better because chickens occupy a very small space. So having just one story is not, you are not using your spaces efficiently. So it's better to have two stories. Like we can see this coop, this two-story coop, and we can see that it's been built by using iron sheets, a chicken mesh, and wood. So that's basically what's been used. Those are materials that are readily available, that are locally available. So that can be used to construct your ideal chicken house. And you can see that for ventilation, you have to ensure that you have sufficient and enough ventilation for your birds, because ventilation will ensure that your birds do not suffer from these diseases that are majorly respiratory diseases, these diseases that are spread through the air. So basically, you should ensure that your chicken house is properly ventilated. Do not cover all the spaces around your chicken coop, because you will be preventing your chicken from having clean and fresh air. So ensure that, and also ensure that your chicken coop, the way it faces, that no direct sunlight will be coming into your chicken coop. No direct sunlight will be coming into your chicken coop, because direct sunlight will lead to your birds choosing that ideal position, and they are embarking on basking. So in an event where many birds are in one spot, you can find cases like your birds suffocating each other, or your birds stepping on each other. So you should avoid that, and you should also ensure that your birds are protected from bad weather, from weather conditions, that's rain, that's maybe cold. If they are smaller birds, or even adult birds, you should ensure that they are sufficiently housed. And if you do that, you will have gone one step into realizing your dream as being a successful poultry farmer. So that's very important. And then when it comes to feed, ensure that you have the quality feeds, depending on the type of birds that you have. If you have commercial birds, ensure that you have quality commercial feeds. If you have indigenous birds that are kept indoors, ensure that you have enough feeds. If you have free range birds, ensure that you have feeds that can be used as supplement, to supplement the feeds, or to supplement the grains or the vegetables that your chickens should be finding in their respective environment. So your chicken house will determine the success that you as your poultry farmer will make. Because if your chicken house is not sufficient or is not ideal, then your birds will be falling sick from time to time. You'll be having sicknesses, you'll be having cases of your birds maybe not laying sufficiently because maybe they are too squeezed. Because you should ensure that you have sufficient space for each bird so that they can live their life as chickens in a very enjoyable environment. So those are some of the things that we as farmers should consider having when we are having chicken coops. And basically it's a very simple structure, and maybe in the future I'll consider maybe constructing a coop like that from beginning to the end, and maybe I'll share the video to respective farmers. I'll also maybe share my contacts with in the channel, so that if you want to reach out for me for any clarification, then you can do that. So let me wish you the best in whatever you are doing as a poultry farmer, and please have a blessed day. Thank you, and be blessed.